It has to make me feel like how will I do it. That's all.
आपको prove करना है ना खुद को, which means it's a meritocracy, which is a great thing.
There was a girl who was gonna kill me because I didn't go out with her.
If you have even 2 scenes an episode, you will be noticed.
Lokpriya.
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 Lokpriya. मेरे दोस्तों, इंसान बदतमीज हो या नहीं हो, लेकिन वो जो दिल है इंसान का, वो बदतमीज होना इज वेरी क्रूशियल, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज वो बदतमीज नहीं हो तो फिर जिंदगी में क्या किया, दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फंडा. बदतमीज दिल आया है यहाँ पे ओनली ऑन, क्या मैं भूल जा रहा हूँ, देखो दिल, प्यार, मोहब्बत के बारे में जब भी बात करते होते इतना खुश हो जाता हूँ कि इधर उधर मिक्स अप विद माय वर्ड्स. Amazon Mini TV is a double promotion हम लोग का था from the channel, but thank you so much. I think the team of Badtameez Dil over here is gonna be rocking it in terms of the conversation. So अपने लिए एक ताली बजा दो please, because I think मैंने सुना एक पुराना some interview was happening and I think 2021 में I think आप लोग का shooting हुआ था. So 2 साल लग गए due to whatever reasons and constraints, but you guys have finally arrived.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, वो बदतमीजी भी अगर मजा आएगा देखने में तो the polite and good stuff I can only imagine what's gonna happen.
Yes, let's go for it.
So you know what I want to ask all of you is that कि whenever you come with any project, हर एक actor का एक फंडा होता है, maybe this is what appeals to me the most. But it's not that you guys are new in this space. You guys have done quite a lot in terms of versatility. This is one common factor for all of you, be it in terms of content creation or acting, whatever. In today's time, after having done those sort of variations, what is that one appealing factor for each of you जिसके वजह से मुझे लगता है कि चलो ये सब तो मैंने कर लिया, but there's still some fresh vibe in it जिसके वजह से मुझे ये करना चाहिए. We'll start with you.
I think for me it's always, every time I pick up what I'm going to do next, it has to make me feel like how will I do it. That's all. That's very simple and very easy. There's no rocket science on how I approach or pick up anything. मतलब मुझे थोड़ा डर लगना चाहिए कि ये कैसे करूँगी.
So fear is your motivating factor.
I mean it should challenge me. Otherwise तो I would have done a 9 to 5 job, which I was doing before I was an actor. तो it has to make me feel like before the shoot मुझे रात को नींद नहीं आनी चाहिए, मुझे like I have to feel like how am I going to do this. And this was the case with Badtameez Dil also, although it's a very simple light-hearted show, but it's a new genre for me as an actor. And मैं बहुत सालों से करना चाहती थी, but it didn't work out ever. But so for me this was very very new and I mean Barun knows मैं हमेशा unsure ही रहती थी set पे, because I was like मैं ठीक भी कर रही हूँ, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, a lot. And I've never been like that. मैं ऐसी हूँ नहीं कि I'll be so unsure once I'm on set, but with this I was. And in a good way, in not a bad way. It helped me do better. So yeah, that was my reason.
Fantastic. For you?
मेरे को तो यार script, I love the script. That's how I work. मैं script पढ़ता हूँ और decide करता हूँ. So I love the script.
Same here. I love the part that was offered to me. I don't get offered such parts. मुझे मतलब comedy ही मिलता है ना ज़्यादातर. तो ये role.
But does it get frustrating for you because when you kind of create your own niche in a space, you know that सबको पता है कि आप वो अच्छा चीज़ कर लोगे. But does it get frustrating because you know yourself that you're beyond that as well? वो लोगों को क्यों नहीं दिखता?
So it's not frustrating as much as it's challenging. Like I think it's a great privilege क्योंकि कुछ भी comedy का होता है ना, it just comes to me and I walk into it, right? I have tremendous leverage when it comes to that. But it's very humbling to know that I don't have it in other areas, which means that there's so much more left to explore. Otherwise, so you'll be jaded, no?
Exactly.
If
so
you
it's
just
like
done it all.
It's like that balancer जो आपको यहाँ पे अगर थोड़ा ऊपर है तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा नीचे है.
और यहाँ पे आपको prove करना है ना खुद को, which means it's a meritocracy, which is a great thing. So yeah.
I have to ask you this thing. I was here and I heard that another interview where you said that in Hollywood people don't really care much about the length of the role or the magnitude of the role. उनको बस फर्क पड़ता है कि यार character में है जो भी it's bringing value. That's why I should be there. If I see your filmography as well, I'll not talk much about your OTT work, I'll talk about your filmography. I can say that because whichever films that you have been a part of, you have added value that when you have never really cared कि यार मैं solo lead हूँ कि नहीं या फिर मैं ही एकमात्र lead हूँ कि नहीं. That a kind of attitude I would say has been there. It shows in your filmography जितना मुझे मेरे observation में समझ में आता है. Do you somehow feel कि ये जो thought है or the thought process with which you work here, it doesn't really work here in our industry compared to how it works in the West?
It will start now that we have OTT.
Yes.
क्योंकि as I keep saying, OTT is a very different game. क्योंकि जब आप एक limited series करते हो, it's not like a serial जो 100 episodes के लिए चलेगा या ना चलेगा. It is not like a movie जो between 90 minutes to 2 hours, more than 2 hours हो सकता है. This is 40 minutes into 10 shows, that much viewing time that you have. So I think that even in a good show मतलब एक लोकप्रिय show which people like, if you have even 2 scenes an episode, you will be noticed.
Exactly.
And if people love you, they are going to love you. Lokpriya.
But you know, I have to ask you this. You are like this guy. आपका whatever age in real life जो भी आप दिखने में 25 साल के लगते हो. I'm sure there are many girls out there who must be saying कि we don't care about Barun's real life love story. We want to go out on a date with you. Because that's pretty much the funda that Karan also follows in the show as well. कि love किसी और के साथ हो, sex किसी और के साथ हो. So for you, when girls approach you with all sorts of cute messages and proposals, आप कैसे react करते हो? Do you sometimes feel कि यार मतलब चलो ना तो करना है, but at the same time you don't want to break their heart as well?
Yeah. No, girls don't approach me anymore.
That's why I looked at you.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about say maybe fun Instagram DMs.
I think there
and
are
all.
those people, those women, that was like, I think, see, people approach me with respect, to be honest with you. It's usually not, कि क्या कहते हैं, can I go out on a date with you, can I kiss you, kind of a thing. People approach me for my work, people approach me, I think pretty much everyone knows my life story. And ऐसा नहीं हुआ मेरे साथ कि someone comes to me and says कि I don't care about your love.
Even during your college days or so, no interesting story from those times?
Interesting stories? Okay.
पिटाई बहुत हुई है इसकी.
There was a girl who was going to kill me because I didn't go out with her, almost.
Are you serious?
Yeah, run over me, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
ये हमारे साथ क्यों नहीं होता? That's what I'm wondering.
ऐसे बहुत है, पर आपकी अभी की बात कर रहे थे आप, तो I'm just
नहीं, I was
saying,
talking like
being an actor.
in time.
In life?
Yeah, in life. अभी तो देखो maximum Instagram DMs पे आ सकते हो, उससे ज़्यादा क्या ही होगा?
हाँ वो मैं देखता नहीं, my point was that. Or when someone meets me as a fan, they're usually like, we love your work, we love you, and
Of
I
course,
say I
that
love
comes
you
with
too.
the hard work that you have put in over the years.
That's it.
Natural.
Apart from that, real life story बताऊंगा मैं आपको कभी.
अरे क्या बात है, वो भी कुछ ना कुछ तो magnitude percentage रहेगा.
It's crazy. Like
I
I'm
can't
a very
believe it. Someone said that.
said नहीं. I
वो
was
kill
on a
वाला.
bike. She was in a car.
Oh my
She was gonna
god.
run me over. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Crazy.
Scary.
दूध की थाल क्यों नहीं ली तूने?
Yeah, खुशी के मारे.
घर गया मैं.
नजर ना लगे बस, but that is the most important thing.
A lot of stuff. Yeah.
But you know, if I ask you, you said in the very beginning that anything that's related to comedy, it comes to you. But वो भी it's not easy.
It's not easy, no.
People feel कि चलो मतलब लोगों को हंसाना is, I personally feel is the most difficult task. उसमें भी इतना competition है because there are digital creators out there are funny actors who are like mainstream actors, digital creators. तो वो digital creators से वो जो एक mainstream actor का journey होता है, वो specifically बहुत मुश्किल होता है for people who are not, who don't really have any background in the industry, I would say. So आपके journey का अगर मैं आपको पूछूँ the most difficult part which you overcame, you feel, वो क्या होगा?
I don't think I've overcome it entirely, but to a large extent, to some extent, I would say. One thing I feel that's still a challenge is कि आप कोई भी film देखते हो, आप कुछ भी देखते हो ना, it's very easy for men to be cast in funnier parts, even now.
Yes,
like two hero films में एक comedy करेगा, एक कुछ करेगा, और ये बहुत easily होता है. And मैं हमेशा ना अपने team को कहती थी, मैंने कहा आप pitch करो ना, why don't you try suggesting why don't you think of a woman for this part? But it's not even going to go there. And the biggest of directors, there's so much comedy happening, right? In Bollywood, otherwise. You will rarely ever see women in those parts, It took 2 women producers, like Minissha Lamba and Madhu Bhojwani to create this film, Indu Ki Jawani, that I did with Kiara.
Oh yes.
With 2
Fantastic.
women, talking about their lives and their issues, and it was comedy. But उसको भी back करने में मतलब वक्त लगता है और ये सब होता है.
And women.
And women,
The point
exactly.
actually, it's a
But it's
self-explanatory
true. I've also
point.
experienced this. Like
Yeah.
I mean, go on.
No, so the challenge is this only, and I feel that in a non-film space, how I've overcome it is pay parity. Like I've been very vocal. I'm like, you pay me what you're paying this guy. You give me the equal level. तो मैं करना ही नहीं है. So there I'm a bit of a ladaki, and that's pretty established, and I think that's fine.
नहीं, of course.
But if you deserve it, then why not? Sometimes you might even deserve more than the man. There's no harm in actually asking for more.
माँ मैं ज़्यादा भी ले लूँगी.
क्या बात है?
My
Of
point
course,
is
आ रहे हैं लक्ष्मी जी को कौन मना करता है? That is what.
वो तो बात
You were
है.
saying something. I think you were wanted to.
Yeah, I've
continue
also
something.
experienced this. I mean, there was a big, there was a time in my career when I observed कि, मतलब, no offense to all my friends, but I observed that how the hosting space in television उस time पे is literally hounded by 4 or 5 boys. Men, and they're all my friends. And I remember standing in conversation एक किसी event पे I was hosting and I was standing with them and they were talking about तू ये कर लेना मैं उससे बात करूँगा. Like literally it was something which was between these 4 or 5 people and I was like yeah, I want to penetrate this. I want to get into this. So when I did try it, whatever little bit I did try, I remember I was hosting with somebody and I mean her experience is different, but what I experienced was that मैं अगर joke crack करूँगी, they have to do a comeback. They can't let a woman have a last word, last laugh. They just can't. And it's not like anybody is trying to do it. It's not a sad story कि कोई आपको नीचा दिखाना ऐसा नहीं है. It's conditioning. Everyone is conditioned that okay, she gave a joke. Oh, now you give a joke. But why? End it there. I improvised and I gave a joke. So, and I remember that time I also felt that there's only Bharti who's roosting the who's ruling the roost and who's there. It was very difficult. I mean, of course, अगर आप करना चाहते हो, you push for it.
Very inspiring.
Dude, men are playing women. That's how the women characters are working
I mean,
on
you
TV.
can't take a joke if a woman cracks a joke. You will take a joke if a man cracks a joke. It's very weird.
I think that's not to do with the industry. That's normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not to do with the industry.
Right.
Industry is only it's conditioning, like I said.
Yeah, right.
It's conditioning. कि वो
society-
ऐसा ही है.
वो धीरे-धीरे बदलता है with when people like you and her. If I have to
बदलेंगे
say
हम.
No, you
another
know, I
as well.
asked once. I was offered to be part of an ensemble of. I don't want to name names.
Yeah, of course.
Biggest comedy TV show, and some part was being offered. I said, मुझे ससुर जी का पार्ट करना है, मुझे सास का नहीं करना. कहते नहीं उसके लिए. तो मैंने कहा क्यों, अगर सारे आपके औरतों के रोल मर्द पे करते हैं, मैं ससुर जी, and I'll be a very good ससुर जी. But that obviously didn't happen, so I didn't do it.
वो थोड़ा vocal cord भी आप थोड़ा करा के सुना दो तो ताकि लोग.
मतलब वो तो देखेंगे कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट की बात है ये तो.
क्या बात है, ऐसे ससुर जी अगर हो तो सबको शादी करना.
I'd be a great ससुर जी.
I think you'll make a remarkable success.
Remarkable ससुर.
Be the best
Wonderful,
ससुर जी.
wonderful. That's us imagining Mallika in her ससुर avatar.
Maybe
Moving forward to Minissha, if I have to ask, when people talk about your film career, there's this very beautiful girl. In today's time, of course, you say कि OTT है.
Was this very beautiful girl?
No, like I'm talking about those. अभी was कहाँ से? अभी
ऐसा इसलिए बोला, मैंने was सुना. Coffee, I need a black
okay.
coffee, stat.
नहीं अभी double is बोल देता हूँ. is Minissha is balance हो गया.
Got it.
But if I have to say, people, actors who are good looking and charming at the same time as well, उनके लिए specifically again women, if I have to say, वो थोड़ा difficult होता है break करना कि she is more than just a pretty actress. Performance oriented roles in today's time in OTT, there are a lot of opportunities, but perhaps the kind of way films work, at least say if I'd have to talk about that 2000 decade, वहाँ पे I don't really see much of female oriented performance oriented roles जो कि for females के लिए specifically लिखा गया था. I think there was Rani Mukherjee ma'am in Black at that point of time, who was fantastic.
So the thing is,
Yeah.
I've thought about this question a lot. Okay.
You were asked or you thought?
No, I've thought about this
Okay,
question a
yeah,
lot. This whole thing of doing, being pretty, or then the angst basically. This is the actor's angst.
Yeah.
Let's say Leonardo DiCaprio did a movie which grossed $1 billion. It was unheard of. But after that, he didn't want to be a chocolate boy hero. He only did performance-oriented films after that. So this is always the angst of an actor. I want to do something serious. Be noticed for my performance. And especially now in our industry out here, because women are going out into the workforce, therefore those characters can be written.
Yes.
अगर औरतें सिर्फ बीवियां होंगी, if society only says you are only going to be a wife and mother, तो फिर how are we going to write stories about anything else?
This is वो relatability factor नहीं रहेगा फिर. for the
मतलब it's
audience.
not realistic then ना कि आप जो फिल्म में दिखा रहे हो, sorry society is not like that, Point being is, I've been very okay with the fact that अगर कोई आए, they've got to love you on screen. ये performance, वो आपका angst है. You have to go on whatever you do, just make people enjoy.
Basically, do your job well.
Do your your job in the sense, be happy about it. Basically, warm the audience's heart. Find a place in their heart. Your angst will keep happening. That will happen. That is every artist. But that don't discount what you have done till now and what you can. And even if you're continuing to do that, people are going to love it.
Yeah.
That's what. I'm not putting it very well, but
you are have to put it. And वो जो warming the heart वाला part था, वो मेरा heart बहुत warm हो गया था when I saw बचना है सीनो. I have to say, out of all the ladies, you were my favorite in that movie.
Mine too.
Yeah.
So in a dressing room,
That's what I was saying was because it must be the first time he saw it.
So he's a baby, yeah, obviously.
We are all babies, okay?
Yeah, no. So that is this is also what I'm saying is. Afterwards, if I kept having to do roles which were like Bachna Asino, where that's the kind of character, soft and all that, I wouldn't have a problem because I'm like, I want to see a smile on a person's face when they remember my film.
Yes.
I'm not bothered about
just like my smile right now.
Yes.
The difference वही है, तब मैं सिर्फ मुस्कुराता था, अभी मैं जब मुस्कुरा रहा हूँ, मेरे सामने मिनीशा लांबा खुद है. That is the difference. Did I cut you off? I'm really sorry.
No.
Nervousness में इंसान क्या कर देता है.
I made my point that I'm very happy. Performance roles will come when they come. But what people love me for today, I'm very happy repeating and recreating that for people.
Well, I believe that personal happiness is what makes you do good work. So आप चारों whatever way that makes you personally happy, you keep doing that. And you keep coming up with good work. May you all keep charming many people out there. सब लोग प्यार करें आप सबको and बदतमीज दिल को बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार करें. That is the most important thing. June 9th, if I'm not wrong, is the
June 9th, Amazon Mini TV.
बदतमीज दिल देखो, सबके साथ, फैमिली के साथ देखो, बॉयफ्रेंड के साथ देखो, गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ देखो, किसी के साथ भी देखो, लेकिन देखना important है. Do shower your love on them because I think they deserve all of it. Thank you so much. That's a wrap on the Bollywood Talk Show today on IWMBuzz. We'll see you again with another interesting episode very soon. Thank you.